Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft table. I have a beautiful card kit on my craft table today. This one's called Handmade Holidays Christmas Kit, and I was so excited to see this from Spellbinders because they don't have their monthly card kits anymore, and I'm all about the card kits. So I'm going to show you the contents of this kit, and then we'll get into the card crafting. So this kit is just packed full of so many beautiful crafty goodies. Let's quickly go through these. With this kit, you can make up so many Christmas cards, and it's even fun just to have a crafting night with your friends and invite them over, put the card kit in the middle of the table, and just craft the evening away. You get 2 packs of die-cut shapes. One's florals, and one's just other shapes for Christmas. You get some double-sided adhesive and some foam squares. And then you get so many card bases and envelopes. There are 13 A2 sized cards and envelopes, and you get the larger size too. You get 12 of the 5x7 card bases and envelopes. Here is a pack of chipboard embellishments. It is double-sided. You get a lot of fun sentiments in this one. This one also comes with a stamp set. There are a lot of great sentiments for the insides of your cards as well as the outsides of your cards in this set. You get some beautiful gemstones in different sizes. I love that. And then you get some stickers. These are cardstock stickers, so they're a little more substantial than just, of course, your paper stickers. And here's a pack of puffy sticker sentiments. As well as the gemstones, you also get some sequins, these beautiful blue sequins. And then here's one of my favorite things from the kit. It is the pack of pattern paper. I'm going to flip through these patterns for you. It is 6x6 inch, and you get 40 sheets, and then 20 of them are repeats. And I like that you have doubles on these patterns. I love this red pattern right here. And then some of these patterns have some really beautiful gold foiling on them. I really love the red and cream colored florals in this pad. And then, of course, it repeats. You get a huge packet of cardstock. You get 14 sheets of cardstock. And then you get 4 sheets of the foil paper. Open this up and give you a look at what colors are included. So you get a bunch of different shades of red. You get 2 of this cherry red, and then you have more of a burgundy red. This is a really dark green. There's blue, a couple of sheets of white. You even get a black, and the craft color is one of my favorites. And then some pinks and a yellow, and then you get 2 sheets of gold and 2 sheets of silver foil paper. So I'm going to do something a little bit different with this card kit. I'm going to create one 5x7 card for you on camera, and then I'm going to show you how I decorated the insides of all of my cards this year. So my inspiration for card number 1 comes from the contents page, actually. They have a card where they used this exact piece of pattern paper and paired it with some of the house die-cut shapes. But for my card, I'm going to add a little bit of ink to the top of this piece of pattern paper. I'm starting with salvage patina. You can barely see that on this piece of cardstock, so I decided to bring in peacock feathers. This color shows up a lot more. I'm going to go around the edge of this pattern paper. I already cut this down so that it will fit at the top of my 5x7 inch card. I don't often create 5x7 inch cards. Sometimes you need the bigger size, especially for Christmas if you include a photo of your family. The next color I'm using is called Uncharted Mariner. This deepens the look of the card and just makes it look more rich. So I'm going to go around the edges, mostly with the Uncharted Mariner and the peacock feathers. And then to blend it in the center, I'll use the salvage patina. And this piece of pattern paper measures 5 by 5. Once I'm done with the blending, I'm going to bend my sticky mat so that I can very carefully pull off the piece of pattern paper. It's very thin paper. I'll go ahead and add some tape runner to the back of this. I'm trying to get as close to the edge as I can so that it won't peel up off of the edges of this card. And then I can attach it to the top of my card base. Where the pattern paper meets the edge of the white card base, I'm going to add some die cut shapes to this. A few pine boughs and pine cones. I'm going to attach everything with my tape runner. This way, if I decide to change the position of it, I can easily pull it up. This will work as a really cute border between these two papers. I can always come back in later and add little dots of glue behind the die cut shapes just to reinforce the stick. And now for the Christmas tree and the cute little houses. I'm only going to put the tape at the bottoms of these pieces. This way, they'll be kind of floating up at the top. But if I were to tape them down at the top, I think it would make them look kind of odd because it's a different height. There's more layers at the bottom, of course, because I layered all of these die-cut shapes underneath them. I really like this look, and it gives it some unique dimension. The Deck the Halls sentiment came from the die-cut shapes pack. I'll use a little bit of liquid glue behind this. I'm just using teeny tiny little dabs. I don't want any of it oozing from behind the sentiment. I wanted to make the pine boughs look a little more full. I'm going to attach the gold pine bough as well as a bow. And then, of course, I have to use these beautiful gems. I'm going to put a bunch on this card. And it's still relatively flat so that I can easily send it through the mail this Christmas. And that's all I'm going to do on this card. I'm going to decorate the inside of this card next. And I did this for all of the cards that I created with this kit. I wanted to make the insides a little more special. So for this card, I'm adding a piece of very subtle pattern paper that you can easily write over. You get so many ephemera pieces that I want to make sure to add some on the inside as well. And here's a close-up look at my first card. And then I'm going to show you the other cards that I created off camera. But I will show you on camera how I decorated the insides of these. Here is card number 2. This is another 5 by 7 inch card. I had a lot of fun making these larger cards. On the inside, I'm going to use another piece of pattern paper. I'm using up the scraps that I cut down already. So this piece of scrap paper is kind of narrow, but I also have a strip of the same scrap paper that I'm going to attach to the side. I'll leave a little white gap. I think that looks kind of cute. I tried to use similar ephemera pieces on the insides of my cards that kind of match the outsides. I like to use more sentiments, so I'll just glue this one down up at the top. It says peace. And then I found another one that I really liked. It simply says, from all of us. It makes the insides of your cards really interesting and another surprise for your recipient. I'll glue down this holly berry ephemera piece at the bottom. And that's all for card number 2. Here is card number 3. The floral ephemera pieces are really pretty in this kit, and they have lots of gold detailing on them. For this card, I'm using another piece of the pattern paper, and I liked this one because it had the florals in the corners. And then it's just a little bit too short for the 5 by 7 inch card. So I'm going to elongate it by adding this ephemera piece up at the top. I pulled out the stamp set to stamp a sentiment inside. And it says, with lots of love for Christmas and for always. I have really beautiful sentiments in this kit. On card number 4, I did more collaging on the front. I added some pink twine and I kind of tucked it behind the tag. I really thought that was a cute look. For the inside, I'm going to use this pretty cardstock. This is the craft cardstock. And I cut it down so there would just be a small white border around the edges. I'll add a few pieces of ephemera. And again, they're going to mimic the ephemera that's on the outside of the card. I'll put this Christmas tree down first, and then this cute train. I'll tuck some berries in between the train and the Christmas tree. And then I'm going to put this cardstock sentiment up at the top. It's really fun to decorate the insides of cards, especially for Christmas. I don't know, and it takes up a little more room. When you're sending out a lot of cards, you just want to write a short and sweet message on the inside. For card number 5, I created a standard A2 sized card, and I'm going to decorate this with some red cardstock that I cut down to be a little bit smaller than an A2 sized panel. I'll simply add this floral piece in the corner. And then I'll use another cardboard sticker, and this one says joyful. On the outside of this card, I used some of the beautiful silver foil cardstock, and it gives it such a pretty shimmer. For card number 6, I made an even smaller card. This one measures 5 by 3 1/4. Smaller cards like this are great to have on hand just to stuff in a gift bag or put on top of a box of chocolates. I'm using another scrap piece of pattern paper, a chipboard sticker, and this little bird. I put a chipboard sticker bird inside the wreath on the front of this card. I thought a bird would go well on the inside. And that's a look at the cards that I've made so far with this kit. I'm going to make tons more, but I just wanted to show you what I was up to with this kit so far. I'll have the link to this beautiful kit in the description box below if you'd like to check it out. I hope you'll give some of these fun tips a try for decorating the insides of your Christmas cards this year. Until next time, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful day and a crafty day. Bye.